Anyway,
what's
after New Year's? I don't want it to end.
Dia de los Reyes Magos.
Three Kings Day. That's my grandma's favorite.
Yes. So it's the Epiphany. It's the day that the three wise men found Jesus Christ. And this is when they gave him the three gifts: frankincense, gold, and myrrh. Yep. So that's why most Latin countries, a gift exchange takes place on January 6th. Yes. And little kids, it's so they have so many similarities to Christmas. Little kids will put their shoes by the door. Sometimes they'll put like grass for the camels.
The camels.
Basically, like, and write letters to the three kings saying, how good they did that year so they can get gifts. And then the next morning they wake up to the gifts and families come over and they have celebrations and I go to church. And it's basically like Christmas too.
Yeah, my grandma loved Three Kings Day. She would lure me back to her house with gifts and then teach me all about.
Yeah. And another thing that takes place is they eat the rosca de reyes. It's like the sweet bread that has the nuts and the dried fruit and sometimes actually has the baby. It's kind of like King's cake that they have in New Orleans.
Right. That's right.
It has little baby Jesus.
Little baby Jesus in the manger.
Little baby Jesus in the manger. Ooh, which is really cool because that's another thing that we haven't talked about is like the other traditions that we do, like los nacimientos.
Oh my God, the giant
nativity
you read
sets.
my mind. Literally, as you were saying, all of a sudden I got a flashback of the giant nativity scene in all these people's houses growing up, like full blown. And my grandma had tiny ones and huge ones.
So a lot of people will not put the baby Jesus in the manger until after like midnight mass on December 8th for the conception of baby Jesus.
I'm gonna need a manual for all these things.
Yeah, it's really cool. I really like
Xmas for Dummies.
Yeah.
305 edition.
Hello. Other than, the Rosca de Reyes, there's a lot of other foods that are traditional holiday foods. Okay, so in Mexico, Venezuela, El Salvador, Guatemala, the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, a bunch of Latin countries, tamales or hallacas or pasteles, whatever you call it.
Oh, you're going to make me hungry.
Same thing.
Oh, no.
Corn-based masa that holds, they're sweet ones, savories, meat, cheese, fruit, vegetables, whatever you want to put it in. Usually steamed in a corn husk or banana leaf.
We got an expert class how to make tamales.
Yes, we do. We did have an expert. Shout out to Moraima.
Shout out.
We did have an expert class. Again, lechon or pernil, roasted pig. Cuba, DR, PR. We all have
Cuba,
that.
DR, PR.
Yeah. This is actually inspired by the Italian counterpart, panettone. Latinos have panettone, the sweet cake, cake bread. I don't know if it's a cake or a bread that has the dried fruit in it. That it's honestly delicious.
Talk about a family Christmas. My brother's
family Christmas. Talk about the family Christmas.
Talk about the family tradition, not Christmas.
I knew you
Camilo and Diana's, my brother's in-laws, giant panettone. I'm talking about
Sasha's grandparents.
Like the size of a car wheel.
It's like 3 feet wide.
It's the size of a car wheel.
It really is. A cartwheel.
A car wheel.
Oh, I'm like the size. No, it's larger than a car wheel, I think. I don't know. It's massive. Put it this way. We take a huge, like, loaf-sized piece home, and it's probably like 1/15.
You can't even see it.
Did
you guys take a piece? Yeah.
Panettone, sidra, which is apple cider. Delicious, warm or cold.
That reminds me of my grandma.
Coquito.
There's
like a lot of... Coquito is Puerto Rican eggnog with rum and coconut, which is fire and will destroy eggnog every day of the week. But Mexicans have their own version. I think it's rompope, and Cubans crema de vie. Like that's
Coquito has made it around though.
Coquito is
it's like eggnog.
No. It is. It's like it's coconut based eggnog with rum.
Yeah.
Fire.
Cinnamon.
So good. And they have vegan eggnog.
Coquito.
Vegan coquito. People have gifted us vegan coquito before. So good. Buñuelos, which is essentially fried dough, and they serve it with sugar or syrup.
Yep.
Delicious. Turrón.
Turrón.
Which is technically Spanish, but I feel like we've all adopted it. It's like a nougat. Is it nougat? Is it nougat or
it's a nougat?
Is it nougat or nougat?
Nougat.
Let's ask Siri.
I think it's nougat.
Nougat?
Nougat.
Hey Siri, how do you pronounce the word that's spelled Nougat? Nougat. It is nougat.
Nougat.
Okay, it's nougat. Okay, it's nougat. It's a nougat confection made of. It's a nougat. It's a nougat confection. It's a nougat confection
No,
made
the
of
word
honey
is
and
losing.
almonds. Anyway, yeah, it's a nougat.
Losing all meaning.
Nougat.
Sounds like a little creature now.
Anyway.
I'm nougat.
Okay, nougat. Anyway.
Okay.
Manjar blanco, which is Peruvian. It's essentially like a milk-based creamy dish similar to dulce de leche. Ponche navideño, which is so funny. I love words like that. Which is Christmas punch.
Ponche.
Yeah, Christmas punch with all the fixins. There's so much typical Latin traditional foods that are just off the chain.
Delicious.
So good.
And made with a lot of love.
So always.
Yeah.
I'm ready to dive into the holidays.
Yeah. I know that a lot of people pass down recipes too, which is super special.
Yeah, it's family. It's tradition.
Yeah.
I mean, look at us.
Or like the fight for like, who's making the cornbread? I'll never forget Amber, Jem's sister. Where's the cornbread? People start like fighting about the food or like opening their pants or making you food. You know, there's something called, it's an American thing. It's like the fruit cake. You know how apparently it's like nobody really likes fruit cake, but everybody gives each other fruit cake.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've heard a bunch of jokes about it. How like, I mean, do you like fruit cake?
I don't know if I've ever had fruitcake.
It's like sad panettone. It's like dry panettone with like unnecessarily radioactively colored dried fruit inside of it.
Okay.
In the shape of like a Bund cake.
Okay, no, thank you. But I think that's what Rosca de Reyes is like.
Well, people don't like it so much that they literally like have competitions where they roll it down a hill and like see who can roll it the farthest and like launch it at stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fire.
And I love when, you know, you get to create your own. Yeah,
we've hosted Thanksgiving at our place.
Yeah, but I mean like our special Christmas mornings.
You love the Christmas morning.
I mean, I love everything. Time with family, time with like with your cousins, with your young family, but something about the traditions that you make with your partner are special. Yeah. That's your person.
They're different.
You know, so
it feels like it's like sacred ground.
I'll never forget, I have an image of me in like my gay ass flannel shirt, and you had gotten me this dope ass like corset belt, so I put it over my flannel shirt. And I think at some point you got me like these dope pants, so I had tried on the pants, but then I took them off, so I was literally like pantless in my flannel shirt with my corset, with our with our morning Christmas prosecco.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
that was a great memory. Great Christmas.
Well, I hope that everybody else also, you know, like we mentioned, it may not be easy all the time, but take your time that you have with your loved ones, or that be your friends, you know, family you make. Yeah, the family you choose, you know, people who are there for you. Don't take it for granted. You know?
It's special.
It is. And look how many years, it feels like a lot longer than it was, or, you know, but there was some time there where we didn't have the option to be together. So
True.
We have to be. It's not about the gifts. I know everybody's like, it's not about the gifts. It's really not.
It really isn't.
I know, but like when you really think about it.
Although I love the gift giving part, you know.
I know, but I like giving the gift.
I like giving gifts. I love wrapping them, and I love, you know, like the choosing of them.
Yeah, but
it's an opportunity to be like, I know you. Like, I listen. I listen, I know you, I love you. It's just about knowing the person, like knowing what it is, regardless of the price tag, whether you have the money to buy them something extravagant or not. Yeah. Knowing them enough to know what it is that they'd like.
Be full of gratitude. Enjoy your time with your loved ones.
Yeah, we're lucky to have it.
We're lucky to have it. And I'm lucky to have you. And that was really, I learned a lot there. So thank you.
Me too.
I'm going to start incorporating those.
Thank you, guys.
You're going to wake up and have star piñatas all over the house and be like, oh, no.
I will not feel that way.
Oh, man.
Launching.